also.
Perfect, perfect,
This
perfect.
meeting is being recorded.
Okay, sir. Now we can start.
Right. Hi kids, how are you?
Fine, sir. What's about you?
All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm quite good, and pardon me for the dressing. It's pretty casual, and I'll use this to talk to you about importance of design as well. So pay a little bit of attention. I'll just introduce myself in brief, and then take it forward. So I'm Prabodh Mishra. I am currently heading the design school at Indus University, Ahmedabad. This is one of the more established universities of Western India, and we have a plethora of courses that where the highlight of our university has so far been aviation school, which we run the only aviation school in Western India. And also, we have a very robust and up and coming design school, which more or less you can say is very futuristic and very competitive. I'll not bore you with PowerPoints and all. I will send a soft copy of our PDF or our brochure to Shashi sir, and you can take it from there on. I'd like to have a talk with you about design in general, and then of course what we offer as a design school. So I'm a alumni graduate of NIFT Kolkata. I did my masters from Heriot Watt University, Edinburgh, which is in Scotland, and a very beautiful place. Do visit whenever you get a chance. And after that, I am currently pursuing my PhD from Academy of Fine Arts, Vienna, which is again a top university of design worldwide. And a little fun fact is that this is the university that rejected Adolf Hitler when he wanted to become a painter. So you can say कि World War II कहीं ना कहीं उसमें हमारा भी हाथ था. Indus University. Now coming to Indus Design School. So as a design school, we of course offer a lot of marketing. People will come and talk to you कि हमारे पास we have infrastructure, state of art infrastructure, machinery, equipment, and all that. And that is a given. You don't need to tell it. वो होना ही चाहिए. Right? I mean, how can I teach you fashion design without a stitching machine? And why do I need to market कि मेरे पास सिलाई मशीन है, कि मेरे पास एक अच्छे ब्रांड की मशीन है या मेरे पास लैब है? That is there, of course. So I'm going to talk to you about two, three things that Indus Design School offers, and that you should also look into any design school that you're going. So the first part is that you have to be very careful in selecting your college, because a lot of kids make mistake on selecting the college for today. आप 2023 में किसी कॉलेज में एंटर कर रहे हैं, and you are looking at the reputation of the college in 23, in 22, you are fascinated by, let's say, the infrastructure of the college in 2022 or 23, or you look at the building of the college, or the facility of the college, etc. Or let's say even कितने साल का experience है faculties का. There are faculties with 40 years of experience. Let's go to that college. Don't do that. The reason for that is, beta, you are not even entering this industry in 22. You will be an entry level participant in the design industry in 2027, and you will be a mid-level professional by 2032, जब आपके पास 5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस हो जाएगा, 5-7 साल का. You have to choose a university, you have to choose a design school जो आपको 2032 के लिए तैयार करे, 2023 के लिए नहीं, because you will need to be prepared for 2032, not even 27 actually. So I was saying कि you will have to look at you'll have to look at people who are preparing you, or colleges who are preparing you for 2032, 2033. Now imagine, while it sounds very good theoretically that let's go to a college jahan pe there is a faculty with 40 years of experience, but that person is at the fag end of their career, right? A 40 years experienced teacher is more than 60. They are literally towards the end of their career. They themselves are not prepared for 2032 because they are not going to work at 2032. वो 2032 में काम नहीं कर रहे होंगे मोस्टली, तो वो कैसे आपको प्रिपेयर करेंगे 2032 के लिए? So I'm not saying don't respect them. They have a huge body of work which is to be respected, which is to be understood, which is to be interpreted and then built upon. But that is going to be done by the people of younger generation.
Yes.
So one, you have to look at the teachers, you have to look at the faculties who will prepare you for that next generation output, that futuristic output. How do you do that? It's easy for us to say, but difficult to identify. So you will have to look at how design is moving. Now, design is moving in two directions. One is technology and another is society. Right? Society meaning consciousness of design. Right? Now, when we look at design being socially conscious, the idea is that design is no longer elitist. Right? अब आप वो नहीं ढूंढ रहे हैं कि the design is only for the rich or the expensive people. I think a lot of you are NIFT aspirants, right?
Yes, sir.
So, can anyone tell me ki which out of this is the brand which gets the most money? Louis Vuitton, Chanel,
Yes, sir.
और Primark. इन तीनों में सबसे ज्यादा पैसे कौन कमाता है रेवेन्यू वाइज, या प्रॉफिट
Louis
कौन
Vuitton.
Louis.
बेटा unfortunately the brand value of Louis Vuitton is high, but the revenue of this brand called Primark जो 5 पाउंड में सूट बेच रहा है is much more higher revenue and profit. The point being that design is not just limited to the rich. Right? They are selling by a different model. I'm not here to discuss this part, but point being that design is no longer elitist. Design is getting into the everyday lives of people. Design is getting into the middle classes, the lower middle classes, and further. And design is not just for facade. Design is solving social problems of the world. Design is solving problems of inequalities. Design is solving problems of space constraint, housing crisis of the world. Design is solving the problems of how school kids walk barefoot in Africa and how you can address that. Right. So there was a footwear designer who designed a shoe for the underprivileged kids of Africa, where the same shoe will work for the kids from the age of 5 till 18. How? Because he used the belt mechanism. The sole was not attached to the upper body of the shoe. He used the mechanism of a belt, and whereby as your feet grow, you loosen the strap and then the same shoe can work. This solves the footwear crisis. And the kids get a better motivation to go to school to study because they're not facing problems in walking anymore. This is the future of design. Right? So now one of the aspects of society is something called reclaiming the indigenousness of design. By indigenousness, what we mean is that somewhere after colonization, we are all kind of speaking the same language. The classic example is कि मैं इंग्लिश में प्रेजेंटेशन दे रहा हूँ आपको, हिंदी में नहीं दे रहा हूँ. I'm using Hindi in bits and pieces, but I'm majorly giving you the presentation in English because unfortunately we have an education system that is colonized. We have a system, a design ecosystem which is colonized. Because straight away you thought कि Louis Vuitton सबसे महंगा brand है. Why? Because Louis Vuitton is preferred by the Western powers that may be. It's rich, it's classic, etc. Right? We never thought a Primark based out of Ireland can be richer than a brand headquartered at Paris. Right? So this is something called colonization, and there is an idea of decoloniality which is coming up and which will be the future of design. More and more designs in North America will involve the indigenous original culture of North America. Similarly, when you look at India, we are the best placed in terms of decolonization. Every 100 kilometers, there is a different craft in India. And each of those crafts have the potential to be the next best thing in fashion globally. The only thing we need to do is we need to decolonize. We need to look at those crafts and take them there in its true form, not in the form which, let's say, is West approved. One part of future of design is this. Now, I come from a university which is built on this ethos. Indus University is the only university which has something called the Center of Indic Studies. And in Center of Indic Studies, we work exclusively towards decolonization. We get government sanctioned projects to study different archaeological sites, fashion there. As I speak, my fashion and communication design students are currently working on a project where they are exploring temples of Odisha, temples, some temples in Bihar, some temples in Tamil Nadu, some in Madhya Pradesh, documenting them, studying them with respect to sculptures, fashion of the sculptures, and structure of the temple. So these are the projects that we give our students, because when they go to Europe to study further, or when they go to their European clients, they will not get a better, you can say, a better response from European designers when they tell them that I know how to make a classic Western wear dress, but they will, because that even the designers there can make, right? They will get a better response when they will tell you that I will tell you how Indian ancient temples were, how temples were built, and within those temples, how sculptures had fashionable clothing, which were trendier than the clothing today, in a sense, like they were more artistic. So this is something which we are looking at Indus Design School. The second part is technology. Now this is polar opposite. At one time I'm taking you back 2000 years, and then I'm telling you let's move forward 100 years and 3D print clothing. Study software like Clo 3D where you can create a virtual fashion show. Together this will prepare you for 2033. This is a vision that we have. Shashi sir, you raise your hand. So
Yes, sir. I want to introduce sir. Krishna sir has already joined our meeting, and Krishna sir is one of the most important partner of Ignite India, and we are friend, and he is also from NIFT.
I know him. I have talked to him a couple of times, I think.
Okay,
Krishnanand, right?
from Ignite India.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hi.
Uh,
Happy New Year, everyone.
Hi. Good to see you. And we have spoken for a while, if you remember.
Sir, exactly not, but yes, I mean, I got a call couple of times that I remember.
मुझे I think Brajesh had introduced you to me, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong.
yes, 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 yes. Correct, correct. Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
So,
yes.
right. And then Dipali had been in touch with you as well briefly, if I'm not
Right,
wrong.
right, right. Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, good to hear you after a while.
Yeah, yeah, sir. Same here, sir. Happy New Year. Let's
Happy New
continue the
Year.
discussion.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So,
Okay, okay.
so continuing further, so this is one thing which you have to look into mind. The second thing that you have to look into mind is how much the college is looking to invest in you as a candidate. So I'll tell you one of the drawbacks of design in modern form is that while I'm saying that design needs to be for the society, but the fee structure has become such that it is rarely for the masses. Right? The fee keeps on increasing. And the problem is that design is an expensive course itself. So it's not just the fee beta. फीस तो आप दे रहे हो बट आफ्टर दैट यू नीड टू स्पेंड ऑन योर असाइनमेंट्स you need to spend on a good portfolio because eventually after 4 years I'll see the recruiters will see the portfolio. If you're going for masters, the international college will see the portfolio. They will not see that what limitations you had while making their portfolio. So we at Indus Design School are offering a scholarship called Vidwata scheme. Now this is purely to promote meritocracy because we see the problem that design is, while design may have a future of getting designs from the society or designing for social causes, as I expressed. So I'll just talk about one project at the end of this after covering Vidwata to just put in my point. But so with Vidwata, we came up with this idea because we can see the design education is becoming so expensive that it is slipping away from the reach of middle class. And even if the middle class are somehow able to afford it, what is happening is that uske baad it becomes difficult. Because see, you will have classmates who will be very rich, you will have classmates who will be moderately rich, middle class, lower middle class. Now what happens that for a lower middle class or a middle class person, it becomes a difficult proposition to invest 20 lakhs in the degree. And you as kids know that. 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, whatever the investment comes up, depending on where you are placed, कौन सा center आपको मिलता है, etc. Now, after this, you will need another 5-10 lakhs to be invested in your portfolio in the range of 4 years. So, a lot of kids will not be able to get that. And even if you are getting that, you will always have somebody who will be investing 20 lakhs instead of 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs simply because they can afford it. You may be the more talented designer, you may be more creative, but your vision is hampered by quite frankly what I feel is the a network or a cabal, a gang of sorts of design schools, unfortunately headed by my own alma mater. Because when we joined NIFT, the fee was quite affordable when compared to where it is right now. I think,
सर आपके टाइम पे 25,000 पर सेमेस्टर,
yes, yes,
40,000 per semester था.
right. When I joined NIFT, it was 25,000 per semester. I think one semester there was 27,800, 27,500, another 25, right? So, but even 40 was affordable.
Even 40 is in good enough.
Right. Now it has reached a place where NIFT is charging as much as any other private university.
Yes. आज का जो फी है सर हमारे टाइम पे एनआरआई का फी था.
Exactly. And इतना inflation नहीं बढ़ा है. You, I mean, we are all here, right? वो कोल्ड ड्रिंक की बोतल जो है वो 20 रुपए से मतलब वो 30 रुपए हुई है 20 से बहुत इतना इन्फ्लेशन नहीं बढ़ गया है कि आप फीस को 4 गुना कर दो,
1.5 लाख कर दो.
right? Exactly. So you cannot increase the fee 4 times. I mean, when you get a Coca-Cola 600 ml bottle at 120 rupees, that's when the fee of NIFT should be 1.5 lakhs. Not right now. Right. So anyway, coming to the part here. So what we want is some students who are meritocracy based. Now, how do you decide which student has merit? There are various ways. One is fill up our Indus Design Aptitude Test, IDAT. Right? When you fill IDAT and if you score 95 and above, you get 100% scholarship from us. If you score 90 and above, you get a 80% scholarship on the tuition fee. And if you score 85 and above, you get a 60% scholarship on that. So the reason we are offering this is, beta, at the end you will realize the degree with you is just a piece of paper. It's nothing else.
Totally.
Right? Your portfolio is everything that will take you forward. आपका काम बोलेगा बेटा, मतलब design is not even like engineering, where you will spend the first 3 years simply making a fool out of the company. You may be a bad engineer. अगर IIT से कोई इंजीनियर को कंपनी लेती है तो कंपनी के 3 साल उस इंजीनियर की कॉम्पिटेंसी समझने में लगा देती है. इनिशियली कंपनी को लगता है नहीं IIT में था तो ये तो ठीक ही होगा, जरूर सिस्टम में कोई गलती है, हो सकता है. Right? Then it takes them 2-3 years to find out कि नहीं, this guy was not that good. But in design you don't have that leverage because आपका portfolio बता देगा right from day one before you join. Right? So beta, the point is we will invest if you are good enough. We will invest on your piece of paper while you invest on your education.
Yes.
आप अपनी एजुकेशन पे इन्वेस्ट करिए. कैसे? आप अपना पोर्टफोलियो बनाइए.
अपना
अगर
अपना टाइम
एग्जैक्टली आप अपना टाइम हार्डवर्क दीजिए और जो पैसा आप कॉलेज को देना चाह रहे हैं वो पैसा आप अपने पोर्टफोलियो में लगाइए. फॉर अ सिंपल थिंग, सपोज यू आर रेडी टू पे 20 lakhs एट निफ्ट. आपका 3 लाख का 4 साल का 12, 8 लाख आपका
expenses.
रहना and other expenses, right? Instead, pay 20 lakhs on your portfolio if you are good enough and study at 100% tuition fee waiver. You may have to, if you're coming to Ahmedabad, you may have to pay the hostel fee. Obviously, that's not included in the fee waiver because it's infrastructure. But that also
tuition fee.
Right. But that comes out to around 5 lakhs. आपके पास 15 लाख फिर भी बच रहे.
Okay.
And frankly, that hostel fee you will have to pay more at any other college also. That is also there. We are quite decently placed in terms of hostel fee. So spend 15-18 lakhs on your work. Now imagine if you are good enough and आपको 10 लाख रुपए दिए जाए अपना कलेक्शन बनाने के लिए, आप क्या कर देंगे उस कलेक्शन में, आप ये सोचिए. राइट? You will make collection.
यही पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस था. सर का भी होगा, कृष्णा सर का भी होगा, प्रमोद सर का भी होगा कि हम लोग के पास इतना पैसा ही नहीं बचता था कि हम लोग अपने पोर्टफोलियो और कलेक्शन पे खर्च करें. राइट सर?
राइट. सो यू वेरी राइट. आई थिंक ये एक बहुत बड़ा पार्ट है दैट वी वुड लाइक टू ट्रूली डेमोक्रेटाइज डिजाइन. Because hota kya hai, at a college level, our exposure is also not to that extent that we can make, we can turn anything into gold. Right? So we need to invest on the education. And frankly, when you are investing more on tuition fees of a college, you are investing on the piece of paper, not on education. Education तो आपकी portfolio से आ रही है बेटा. So that's something which you can look into because we would like to help good students. We do realize that there is this gap which is increasing constantly. So this is our humble effort to make sure that the deserving candidates can get portfolios out there that we can send to competitions like Indian International Talent Search, like World of Wearable Arts. Right, wow, New Zealand, etc. अब वो आपका बजट आएगा कब? Only when you have that budget with you. Right, so this is something which we are working at, and we would like to have all of you apply, and then I'm sure a lot of you will perform well if you have the guidance of Shashi, if you have the guidance of Krishnanand. So I'm sure you will, a lot of you will perform well. quite confident of that. And then I think you should have a look at this scholarship, because that is something which will help you build a portfolio that will sustain up until 2032 for you. Okay. So I'll just tell our offerings. We have 4 courses: fashion design, product design, interior design, as well as communication design. Now, these are our major degrees. Another key factor of our university is that we offer a minor degree also. And when you look at a minor degree, there is a choice. You can choose any of your minor track. Currently, there are two. One is UI UX design, and second one is sustainability studies. Now, we are the only college in India offering a degree of sustainability studies, and it's a minor, so it will be a minor degree itself. So if you want to go abroad, you will have 2 degrees. Your visa points will increase. Secondly, if you want a job, as I said earlier, that the world is moving towards 2 things: society and technology. So this is where it comes down to. UI UX is technology, and this part, sustainability is society, right? Choose your track. You may go for either one of them, but that is how the future of design will be. When you look at softwares like Clo 3D coming up, when you look at the metaverse gaining some traction, so every designer has to take care of the experience. Otherwise, it will not work out, right? So I'll give you a simple example. If you look at my t-shirt here, there is a rhinoceros,
Yes.
and the tagline is "Save the chubby unicorn." Now, one, it was made by a pretty bad designer who did not know the difference between a rhinoceros and a unicorn,
Yeah.
right? So he pasted it there. But somehow, WGSN, who gave the color forecast and the print forecast, was so good that they compromised for it, because the color palette is so soothing at the eye that people, the experience of somebody who sees the shirt is not bad. The experience is okay. कि नहीं ठीक है. That's how UI UX design works, right? That's how very unintentionally experienced design has worked. Right now, UI UX is only on the screen. 10 years later, UI UX will not just be on the screen. It will be experience. We are moving into the world where you need a digital presence when you shop offline in fashion, and you want a physical presence when you shop online. Because that's the way we are, right? हमें सब चाहिए. And only a experienced designer will be able to give you that. And sustainability, I don't need to tell you why it is the most important thing, because when brands like H&M are starting to work on sustainability, they are the very reason why we need sustainability in the first place, because they came up with fast fashion. So when they have started working on sustainability, so then you can imagine how important sustainability is, right? This is a very unique proposition that we are offering, minor degree, and especially in these two issues or these two topics, UI UX and sustainability. So this is more or less about the school. I'll not take further time. I have communicated about Vidwata. Our application fee is 2000, but we have discussed with Shashi sir, and he requested to give a 25% waiver to you kids who apply. So Shashi sir, I have spoken to the management. They've agreed on this as well, that we will allow that. Of course, had I known Krishnanand is also there, I would have pushed further, because of course it's better to have two NIFT Kolkata people rather than one, right? So very happy to see you. Very happy to talk to the kids. Great talking to you all. Any questions if you may have?
किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है तो पूछ ले सकते हैं आप अभी सर से. regarding this scholarship, regarding anything, regarding hostel facility, anything. आई थिंक सर आपने कुछ ज्यादा ही क्लियर कर दिया है बच्चों को कोई
हाँ,
बात
Yes, sir. एक क्लियर रखो ना।
या तो
सर
उनको
आप
इतनी जल्दी है, या तो इतनी जल्दी है जाने की कि दे आर लाइक छोड़ दो, हाँ कोई सवाल नहीं है, ठीक है,
नहीं
9 बज रहा है,
ये
खाना
कारण
खाना
भी
है।
हो सकता है क्योंकि हमने इसे 5 बजे से बैठा रखा है। 5 बजे से अभी तक इनका ना एक मॉक टेस्ट लिया है 5 से 8 बजे तक का निफ्ट में जैसे होता है। साक्षी का कुछ क्वेश्चन है, इज देयर एनी एज बैरियर फॉर बी डिजाइन सर? क्योंकि निफ्ट में 23 है।
साक्षी, so NIFT might have an age barrier. We don't believe in that, and I think this is a very India. It is a very Indian thing to have these age barriers. So I'll give you examples from my own college. When I went to Heriot-Watt University, I was 21, right, when I reached there. One of my best friends was 36, and we were classmates. Right, she was studying. I was the youngest in the class. She was the eldest in the class. There was another student who was 40 also, a local student, right? Then there were a lot of people at 26. There were a lot of people at 30. Right now, I am pursuing PhD. So my PhD group has people who are 25. They have people who are 63 also. They have people who are 45 also. There is no age for
Okay.
what you want to learn. The only thing is, if you're 25, you will still be needed to attend classes regularly. Like you cannot say कि सर मेरी engagement होने वाली है 3 दिन बाद, तो अब मैं इस semester नहीं आऊंगी, I'll see you after engagement, marriage and honeymoon and उसके बाद आती हूँ. So then you will get a year back, for that is for sure. But if you are willing to dedicate yourself, then the age is no barrier. I mean, you may be 30, come and study with us at a bachelor's course. I'm okay with that.
Okay, is there any more question? Like Niharika, Afifa, any question in your mind?
सर हॉस्टल फी क्या हो सकता है अप्रोक्सीमेटली?
क्या क्या हो सकता है?
हॉस्टल फी सर.
So we have the hostel fee of 1,35,000 per year.
Including fooding
Okay,
and
sir.
lodging.
Fooding is included and खाना हमारा बहुत अच्छा है. The canteen guy I really like the food. तो
संजय
मुझे
भी मुझे
कभी,
बता रहा था सर।
हाँ हाँ, संजय would vouch for that also कि खाना बहुत अच्छा है हमारा.
हाँ,
वो कंप्लेन आपको नहीं होगी, खाना बहुत बढ़िया है. मतलब मुझे कभी दुख नहीं होता जब मैं टिफिन नहीं भी ले जाता हूँ. आई एम ओके विद दैट कि टिफिन तो अच्छा होता ही है. माय वाइफ कुक्स वेरी वेल, बट नहीं भी होता तो भी खाना मुझे ऑल्टरनेट अच्छा मिलता है. सो 135 इंक्लूडिंग फूडिंग एंड ऑल, राइट. या
Okay, you give
Okay.
100% scholarship after clearing entrance of what? Like of
See,
Indus
we
entrance or
we no
NIFT?
we have some slabs also. So if you have a rank of 1 to 500 at NIFT, then also you will get 100% scholarship.
Okay.
Right. But what I would advise is that candidates should register for Indus also.
Okay.
One, because there is we have an IDAT on 12th of February, 1 week after NIFT. That
Okay.
is. So the reason for that is कि हम पहली preference IDAT के basis पे देते हैं.
Okay.
Then we come to the slabs
Yes,
because
yes.
there are limited seats for this scholarship. We are not we are not aiming to have the you can say entire batch with Vidwata scheme holders, but we will increase gradually. But so what happens, and the second thing is कि see entrance में बहुत ज़्यादा depend करता है आपका दिन कैसा था, कि वो कैसा गया. अब मान लीजिए कि आप टैलेंटेड हैं लेकिन निफ्ट का दिन आपका उतना अच्छा नहीं था, बिकॉज आई होप आपका अच्छा जाए दिन, बट लेट्स से आई थिंक 5th of February,
Okay.
5
Yes, sir.
फरवरी को है निफ्ट, राइट. या So let's say 5 फरवरी आपका उतना अच्छा दिन नहीं था कि आप उतना अच्छा नहीं कर पाए, राइट? तो आप इस स्कॉलरशिप से वंचित ना रह जाए, राइट? You don't get the scholarship simply because your NIFT was not good. Now
Yeah.
the second thing that we are not just looking for NIFT. I have a slab I'll share with Shashi sir. There is NID ka rank holding, there is NIFT ka rank, there is UCED ka rank which we are also considering. So we are considering rank of a few entrances. It's not just NIFT. But score we are considering only of IDAT. नाउ सी रैंक में बेटा बहुत ज्यादा डिपेंड करता है साथ वाले का कैसा हुआ है. इट
Yeah.
इज नॉट जस्ट यू, है ना? बिकॉज वी आर नॉट गेटिंग कि निफ्ट में जिसने 100 में से या 200 में से जिसका निफ्ट का 180 था, राइट? वी आर गिविंग यू दी स्कॉलरशिप बेस्ड ऑन योर रैंक. नाउ यू मे हैव अटेम्प्टेड एन एक्सीलेंट पेपर एट निफ्ट, बट देयर इज स्टिल अ चांस दैट आपका रैंक जो है वो टॉप 500 के नीचे हो.
इवन मैं आपको एक देसी लैंग्वेज में समझाना चाहूंगा इसी बात को जो मैं समझ पाया हूँ कि मान लीजिए निफ्ट में आपने अच्छा दिया, मैं बोलता हूँ अच्छा नहीं, आपने बहुत अच्छा भी दिया, लेकिन अगर आपको सामने जूरी क्या नंबर देता है ये हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं, हम नहीं जान सकते उस चीज को। लेकिन क्योंकि आपने इनके इंस्टीट्यूट का एंट्रेंस एग्जाम दिया है तो वी हैव लाइक अ प्रोफेसर हैव प्रॉपर कंट्रोल टू सी कि बच्चे ने कैसा क्या परफॉर्म किया है। इनके पास आंसर शीट है आपकी, राइट सर?
बिल्कुल एग्जैक्टली. तो हम आपका स्कोर देख सकते हैं पहली चीज, और हम देख के जज कर सकते हैं कि आपका काम कैसा है अपने पर्सपेक्टिव से.
यस,
Right? So that will always be beneficial. So I will recommend anybody interested in this scheme should register for IDAT. मैं शशि सर को लिंक भेज भी दूंगा. So you can have a registration there and go forward for that. Niharika had a question, I think. She has raised her
यस
hand.
सर।
Yes, sir. I wanted to, can you please repeat the fee structure again? And I wanted to know the entrance date test is when? Like, I heard the entrance test will be around 12 Jan.
12th
So,
February.
12 February
Right.
after
So, right. The fee structure is we have a semester fee of 2,61,000. Sorry, it's not semester. We have a yearly fee of 2,61,000. Semester fee of 1,30,500. And we have a hostel fee of 1,35,000. I'm assuming you're not from Ahmedabad. So I explained the hostel fee as well. Now, within this fee structure, we also earmark certain fund. It's not very high fund like right now, but we have 3,000 per semester is earmarked for your study trip. This also, I think we are the only college in India that does that. That आपकी study trips जो है वो हमारे इसी से फंड हो रही है, ट्यूशन फी से ही. So chances are कि you will not be asked to get extra you can say money. There may be a case let's say जहाँ पे थोड़ा बहुत आपको एक्स्ट्रा देना पड़ जाए because the trip might demand कि a total goes to around 9,000 and आपके RSP अकाउंट में अगर 2 ही सेमेस्टर हुए हैं तो 6,000 है. So 3,000 per semester. We don't take you to a study trip every semester outside Ahmedabad and all. So this we do in every 3 semesters. So you get around 9,000 in your kitty. And then 9,000 is a good enough sum to travel for design education actually. कि आप craft cluster वगैरह उतने में कर सकते हैं, a 5-day or a 10-day thing. So that is something.
कि इसमें जितना आप एक्सप्लोर करोगे लाइक आउटर स्टेशन भी या इंडस्ट्री विजिट भी, तो उतना ही आप सीखोगे। मतलब डिजाइनिंग में यही एक प्लस पॉइंट है कि आप एक कॉलेज में जाके सब कुछ नहीं सीख सकते हो, इनके साथ आप इंडस्ट्री एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो, क्लस्टर क्राफ्ट क्लस्टर एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो। तो वो चीजें तो आपको एक यूनिक पॉइंट देती है डिजाइन इंडस्ट्री में।
Right. So this is about the fee structure, Niharika. I hope your query is sorted here.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
एग्जाम कब है? वो है 12 जनवरी
फरवरी.
फरवरी।
12 फरवरी. Right.
ओके। Scholarship, how many seat for a scholarship?
We have a total of 25 seats earmarked for scholarship this time.
Okay. And
Right.
how many seat in a fashion design department, sir?
So we have a seat, 20 seats in every department. We are not looking for a lot of students, to be very honest.
Yes. So like
Yeah.
four department, 80 seat, right?
80 seats, right? We have 80 seats because we will run a minor track with 40 per track. I
Okay.
mean, ideally we could have increased it to 120, but the problem would have been कि मैं minor उतने ढंग से नहीं दे पाता because 60 students in a class for minor will not work. You will need 40 से ऊपर का बैच बनाओगे तो आप बच्चों को attention नहीं दे पाओगे actually
सो
for them to.
मुझे एक पॉइंट और समझ में आया कि अगर आप मान लो निफ्ट में किसी भी तरीके से हो रहा है लेकिन आपको डिपार्टमेंट कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना पड़े तो मैं कभी भी किसी को ये एडवाइस नहीं देता हूँ कि आप डिपार्टमेंट कॉम्प्रोमाइज करें। अगर आपको फैशन डिजाइनिंग करना है तो फैशन डिजाइनिंग करें। तो ये एक ऑल्टरनेटिव ऑप्शन है आपके पास इंडस स्कूल ऑफ डिजाइन का कि यहाँ पे फैशन डिजाइन है तो आप अपने लाइक ड्रीम के साथ जाए। मतलब आपको बनना तो फैशन डिजाइनर लेकिन निफ्ट में आपको एसेसरीज मिल रहा है मतलब फाइनली तो आप एसेसरीज के ही साथ जा रहे हो। तो आप सोचो कि ड्रीम आपने देखा है फैशन डिजाइनर बनने का और बन रहे हो आप एसेसरीज डिजाइनर।
Exactly. This is a very good point that Shashi sir said. One, don't compromise on your field. आप एफडी करना चाहते हो तो फैशन डिजाइन ही करिए. Look at these options and in fact आपका निफ्ट क्लियर भी हो गया है तो यूज इट टू योर एडवांटेज. आप विद्वता स्कीम के अंडर आइए, राइट, एंड आप एफडी ही करिए. आप वो पैसा अपने पोर्टफोलियो पे स्पेंड करिए जो आप टेक्सटाइल डिजाइनर बनने के लिए कहीं और कर रहे हैं, जो आपको करना भी नहीं है.
जो आपको
सिमिलरली
करना
आप
भी नहीं है आपका मन भी नहीं लगेगा ना दिल लगेगा।
एग्जैक्टली सिमिलरली आपका अगर फैशन कम्युनिकेशन में नहीं हुआ है और आपको फैशन कम्युनिकेशन करना था तो आप हमारे यहाँ कम्युनिकेशन डिजाइन में आइए रादर देन आप कहीं पे टेक्सटाइल डिजाइन या लेदर डिजाइन कर रहे हैं. डोंट डू दैट. सेकेंड थिंग आई विल ऐड टू इट दैट बेटा आई मीन डिस्पाइट इट बीइंग माय अल्मा मैटर, not every NIFT center is running well. Not every NIFT center is worth it. Kolkata is. We have a good NIFT center जहाँ से हम हैं. We can
इवन
vouch
हमारी
for that.
एलुमनाई एसोसिएशन भी बहुत स्ट्रांग है। मतलब हम
Right.
लोग एक दूसरे से काफी वेल कनेक्टेड है। लाइक अब अभी हमारे सर अभी हमारे फर्स्ट ईयर करियर कम्युनिटी के एक हिस्सा बन चुके हैं। तो इन फ्यूचर जब आप कहीं से भी पास आउट होते हो लाइक किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट से पास आउट होते हो हमारे या कृष्णा सर के स्टूडेंट रह चुके हो तो वी विल यूनाइटली ट्राई टू सपोर्ट यू इन लाइक अ प्लेसमेंट वाइज ऑल्सो कि हमारे जो इंडस्ट्री के कॉन्टेक्ट है वी विल ट्राई टू अप्रोच योर सीवी की उनको मैं फॉरवर्ड कर पाऊँ। राइट सर वो सर वी आर रेडी टू हेल्प।
No, definitely. We help each other. I think that is something which is there. So I think very recently one of our Shashishar's friends Sanjay, he joined us because he messaged me saying कि sir teaching में आने का मन है. And I was like ठीक है आप आइए teaching में and students are also very happy because of course he's a very good teacher and that works. So this is something which is there and what I was saying was कि let's say if you are getting NIFT Raebareli, उससे better है that you take up a well performing private university. Not every NIFT center is running well. Research that also कि कौन से NIFT center अच्छा चल रहे हैं और कौन से NIFT centers perhaps सिर्फ NIFT के brand पे चल रहे हैं but they may not give you the education that you seek. Anything else? Anybody having other questions?
Excuse me, sir. What will be the difference between the entrance exam of this college and NIM?
बेटा very bluntly put, not much. ठीक है. I mean because more or less the entrances are similar. We have some question. Very honestly put, मैंने निफ्ट का एंट्रेंस देखा भी नहीं है. अभी क्या पूछते हैं वो मुझे नहीं पता है.
सेम है
I-
आपके टाइम पे जो थे अभी
हाँ, हाँ. अच्छा सेम है, राइट. So then it is a bit similar. We have but we have kind of general knowledge कम है, logical reasoning ज्यादा है थोड़ी. In our case, NIFT has a bit more emphasis towards general knowledge as well. जो था apart from logical reasoning. This is an objective part. The skill based test जो drawing वगैरह का है, that is similar in that sense that we have, but I'm sure NIFT also still asks a few interesting questions about. So we are focusing on character analysis. One part which I can give a hint is that our entrances will or the questions will ask you to think out of the box on not what is. We will not ask you to draw what you already know. We'll ask you to draw what could have been. इससे
बेसिकली
ज्यादा तो मैं नहीं डाइवर्ज
ये बोल
करूंगा.
सकते हैं सर, एनआईडी में इस तरीके की क्वेश्चन आते हैं कि जो चीजें देखी, मतलब जो इमेजिनेशन से आप क्रिएट कर सकते हो.
Character study, basically just reimagining a character, reimagining a use
Yeah.
or a property, right? हाँ, so ours is more similar to NID than this in that sense.
तो नो इशू, आई थिंक हम लोग तो उसका प्रिपरेशन कर ही लेंगे. जो भी स्टूडेंट है हमारे साथ, कि उसका आप टेंशन मत लो. हम सर से सैंपल पेपर भी मंगवा लेंगे और उसका प्रैक्टिस भी करवाएंगे आपको. ठीक है, अगर आप एग्जाम में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हो तो उसके लिए आप वो टेंशन मत लो. लाइक जब भी आपका एग्जाम खत्म होता है नेफ्ट के बाद, उसके बाद हम 7 दिन पूरा फोकस कर देंगे सर के, लाइक इंडस इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ डिजाइन के पे पूरा फोकस रहेगा हमारा. एंड दूसरी बात ये सर कि एग्जाम कैसे होता है, मतलब सेंटर
Online,
पे जाना पड़ता
online,
है?
online.
ऑनलाइन. ओके, सो वी कैन ड्रॉ हियर एंड अपलोड द इमेज.
Right, right. You will draw, you will upload the image, and we will then look at it from there. Yeah.
ओके, दैट्स इट. सो बेसिकली आपको इसके लिए ट्रैवल भी नहीं करना पड़ेगा. लाइक आप जहाँ पे भी हो वहीं से आप कर सकते हो एग्जाम.
You're welcome
Sir,
to travel
form
to
fill कर
Ahmedabad otherwise. You're welcome to come to Ahmedabad and see our campus and our work otherwise.
Yeah.
Right, but ठीक है, entrance के लिए बताइए. Yes, बेटा, आप कुछ बोल रहे थे.
सर फॉर्म
Sir,
फिल
you
करने का
sir,
लास्ट डेट कौन सा है?
बेटा, फॉर्म फिल करने की लास्ट डेट है 25th of January.
ओके सर.
Right.
लेकिन मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा 10 तारीख तक भर दो, मतलब लास्ट तक वेट मत करो उन चीजों का, जो क्योंकि अभी आपके पास निफ्ट का अभी प्रिपरेशन है करने को, तो इसलिए आप उस चीज के, मतलब आप एक काम जो है ना करना, वो करके खत्म कर दो. मैं ये बोलूंगा, अगर आपने मन बना लिया है कि ओके सर जैसा आपको एक स्कॉलरशिप प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, उसके लिए तो मैं बोलूंगा हमेशा कि आप जितने भी बच्चे यहाँ सुन रहे हो 36, आप सब लोग फॉर्म फिलअप कर दो कि हमारे पास एक ऑल्टरनेटिव, एक अच्छा ऑल्टरनेटिव है निफ्ट के साथ साथ.
sir, your Instagram,
ओके सर.
Yes, Ayush.
sir, your Instagram, so that we can connect to you.
Right. Indus Design School करके सर्च करिए, आ जाएगा.
Sir, your personal, your Instagram, sir, your Instagram.
अच्छा, पर्सनल. यार, आई एम नॉट मच ऑफ एन इंस्टा यूजर, बट प्रबोध मिश्रा करके देखिए. माय नेम इज अ बिट अनकॉमन, तो मिल जाएगा. मैं टॉप 4-5 प्रबोध मिश्रा में हूँगा. मेरी शक्ल आपको दिख रही होगी,
Yes.
तो उसमें देख सकते हैं आप.
Okay, okay.
Okay, what about placement, sir? Minimum, average, maximum?
See, placement पे we more or less have we have 100% placement in design. But I'll be very honest, हमारे प्लेसमेंट सेल की सर्विसेज हमारे स्टूडेंट्स लेते ही नहीं है. वो अपने आप जहां जीपी करने जाते हैं वहां मिल जाता है उनको. So most of our students, like as I speak currently, 2 of my students are at Paris, working with a brand which was a client of Seva Bharat, and they were interning at Seva, and then they were absorbed by the parent brand because of their work on their collection. Then a few of around you can say 25 of my graduate batch are going abroad for studies because we are in Gujarat. यहाँ सबको यूएस या यूके या कनाडा जाना होता है. So that is a factor. But otherwise, on an average, we do offer around, our highest package has been 15 lakhs. And this I'm giving you a university data, not a design data. बट डिजाइन का भी जो एवरेज पैकेज गया है दैट हैज गॉन टू अराउंड आपका 40K पर मंथ,
Okay.
उतना
Nice.
जा रहा है.
Yeah,
Right.
it is decent in this pandemic market. But आप
And
2027 के बारे में अगर आप सोच रहे हो तो मे बी 50% आप ले सकते हो. मार्केट रिकवर करेगी उस हिसाब से तो आपकी सैलरी भी रिकवर करेगी. डोंट वरी.
see 27 में you will be getting a much bigger package.
Yeah.
Because this is we our batches passed out after COVID
Yeah.
so far, right? So that part will definitely recover, and I think you should expect a package of around you can say 12, 10 to 12 per annum at that point of time. जो आपको मिलना भी चाहिए as a uh, as somebody who is invested in design education, and see very standard answer to this also will be beta ki your portfolio decides your package. I'll bring a company which will give both 15 lakhs per annum to a candidate if they are convinced. They will might also give 5 lakh per annum if they are not convinced with the portfolio of the candidate, and they will say कि ठीक है हम बाद में देखेंगे, परफॉर्मेंस के बाद इवैल्यूएट करेंगे. So in design, most of the placements or most of your offers will depend on your portfolio, and that we are willing to work with you. We would want you to have a portfolio which no other student in India has. That you get a global standing from your portfolio.
Great, sir. There is one question from Ayush. Which other country we can go to though your university through your university? और
Okay.
इसका फिर से एक क्वेश्चन था which is the best country to pursue design after graduation? Ayush or for graduation? Ayush?
Yeah, Ayush, are you here?
Before graduation. Before graduation, नहीं, for graduation, I think.
I'll just answer it in two parts for you.
Okay.
Beta, as an Indian student, I actually advise not to pursue design from abroad at undergraduation level. There is a reason for it. आप लोग डिजाइन की कोचिंग में जाके ओरिएंट हो रहे हो डिजाइन से, बट somebody interested in fashion in the United Kingdom is learning fashion designing from 6th grade. उनके स्कूल में ये ऑप्शन है कि वो मैथ्स छोड़ के फैशन डिजाइनिंग सीख ले. आपके स्कूल में ये ऑप्शन उतना प्रोफाउंड नहीं है, और अगर है भी तो आपके पेरेंट्स शायद अलाउ भी ना करें. अगर आप 7th में जाके बोल दे कि पापा मैथ्स नहीं पढ़नी है, अब मैं ना डिजाइनिंग पढ़ूंगा, तो आपके पेरेंट्स शायद आपको आपकी स्केचबुक ही छीन ले कि नहीं, दिस इज नॉट डन. So what happens when an Indian student goes abroad for undergraduation in design? The student is lost, क्योंकि वो उतना समझ ही नहीं पा रहा है फील्ड को उस वक्त. वो नया है और दूसरा इंसान 6 साल से वही कर रहा है. So go for masters in post graduation, not in undergraduation. Maybe 10 years from now, जब national education policy is implemented completely at a school level, जब मे बी 6th और 7th से हमारे बच्चे भी फाइन आर्ट्स के कोर्सेज ले रहे हैं या फिगर ड्राइंग ले रहे हैं, टोटली इमर्स्ड इन दैट, नॉट कि हफ्ते में 1 घंटे की आर्ट क्लास हो रही है, वो वाला नहीं. हफ्ते में आपके 8 घंटे पढ़ रहे हो अगर आप वो चीज, वो वाला कोर्स आपको चाहिए वैसा, राइट? ओनली देन अंडर ग्रेजुएशन में गो फॉर अब्रॉड. I'll give you a list regardless, because masters में I do think one should pursue it from abroad. Their design education is somewhere where we aim to be. We are not there. हम aim कर रहे हैं वहां पहुंचने का. So there is University of Arts London, there is Politecnico Milano, there is the Fashion Institute of Technology New York, there is Parsons New York, there is this one, Winchester School of Arts, Southampton. There is Edinburgh College of Art, Glasgow School of Art. There is Academy of Fine Arts, Vienna, जहाँ से मैं कर रहा हूँ PhD. There is Royal College of Art, Antwerp. There is Aalto University, Finland. So there are a host of good universities who are doing very well, and you should look to explore those options. But in my opinion, do it in post graduation, because under graduation you will not get the result. You will be lost, and you might end up coming back with not as much value added to your career as you think it should add. Right. So I hope that answers your question, Ayush. I think इनके दो पार्ट में क्वेश्चन था, एक तो ये था, एक कुछ और भी था.
इवन आयुष को मैं ये बोलूंगा कि सोचो एज ए लाइक मे बी ये आयुष गुप्ता है, मे बी ऐसे सोचो बनिया की तरह कि 4 साल के लिए आपने इंडिया में कोर्स किया और आपने सिर्फ 2 साल के लिए हायर डिग्री के लिए कोर्स किया अब्रॉड. एक तो कम खर्च, ज्यादा वैल्यू की डिग्री मिली और वहीं पे हो सकता है आपको जॉब भी मिल जाए, क्योंकि मास्टर के बाद वहां पे जॉब प्लेस होना बहुत आसान हो जाता है, ना कि ग्रेजुएशन में. राइट. इवन आपको एक मतलब मैं बोलूंगा ना कि आपको थैंकफुल होना चाहिए कि आप इंडिया में जन्म लिए हो, जहाँ पे सर ने बताया ना कि हर 150 किलोमीटर पे क्राफ्ट चेंज हो जाते हैं. ठीक है. आपको एक नया क्राफ्ट देखने को मिलता है जो शायद हो सकता है दूसरे रीजन या दूसरे कंट्री में ना मिले ये अपॉर्चुनिटी. राइट. जो हमारे क्राफ्ट है, कल्चर है, या फिर एम्ब्रॉयडरी जो है एज ए फैशन डिजाइनर, जो मैंने समझा है कि यहाँ पे हर एक 20-30 किलोमीटर पे जो एम्ब्रॉयडरी के टेक्निक है वो चेंज हो जाते हैं. क्योंकि मेरा लाइक एक इलेक्टिव सब्जेक्ट था सरफेस ऑर्नामेंटेशन, तो उसमें मैंने ये चीज महसूस किया और मुझे काफी प्राउड फील हुआ था कि यार अच्छा हुआ मैं इंडिया में जन्म लिया था, क्योंकि यही वो चीज है जो मैं करना चाहता था, सरफेसिंग विद फैशन, फैशन डिजाइनिंग विद सरफेसिंग. एंड इवन इंडिया के जितने भी आप डिजाइनर जानते हो, चाहे मनीष मल्होत्रा हो, चाहे कोई भी हो, मनीष अरोड़ा हो, जे वलाया हो, कोई भी हो, रितु कुमार हो, ये सारे एम्ब्रॉयडरी के ही दम पे आज मार्केट में सस्टेन कर रहे हैं. तो इसलिए इंडिया से ग्रेजुएशन करने का कोई भी गलत डिसीजन नहीं माना जाएगा, चाहे आपके पास कितने भी पैसे हो या कितने भी कम पैसे हो, उससे कोई मतलब नहीं. मतलब ये है कि आप यहाँ ज्यादा सीख पाओगे, क्योंकि सर ने बोला ना कि यहाँ पे हम लोग कॉलेज में जाके स्टार्ट करते हैं डिजाइनिंग. +2 तक तो हमें पीसीएम से ही काम चलाना पड़ता है और उसी में सोसाइटी हमें बहुत अच्छा बोलती है. राइट. अगर आपने पीसीएम या पीसीबी के स्टूडेंट हो तो आप बहुत अच्छे स्टूडेंट हो. वहीं पे आप आर्ट्स और कॉमर्स के हो जाते हो तो थोड़ा सा ऑफेंसिव हो जाता है बहुत सारे लोगों को. तो इसलिए आप ग्रेजुएशन पे फोकस करो इंडिया में ही, और इंडिया के ही इंस्टीट्यूट से आप पढ़ाई करो. मैं आपको अल्टीमेटली मैं आपको एडवाइस यही कर सकता हूँ. इज देयर एनी क्वेश्चन? ओके. सो बेसिकली मैं आपको एक इंटरेस्ट फॉर्म भेज दूंगा ग्रुप में. गूगल फॉर्म होगा, बहुत छोटा सा फॉर्म होगा, नाम, नंबर और आपका इंटरेस्ट है या नहीं है इस इंस्टीट्यूट में. सो अगर आप टिक करते हो तो वी विल सेंड यू द लिंक, अदरवाइज आपको लिंक नहीं भेजा जाएगा. ठीक है. लेकिन इस इंस्टीट्यूट के बहुत सारे फायदे आपने सुने और सर से समझा. और सर आप एचओडी है ना वहाँ के?
हाँ, मैं पूरे डिजाइन का ही एचओडी हूँ.
ओके. सो आप जब कॉलेज जाओगे तो सर से आप डायरेक्ट मिल पाओगे. इवन अगर आप लाइक अभी फॉर्म भर दो, सब कुछ कर लो, लास्ट में एडमिशन से पहले आप चाहो तो एक बार विजिट भी कर सकते हो अपने पेरेंट के साथ और सर को वहाँ कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो. पूरा टूर आपको करवा दिया जाएगा. आपको मतलब होता है ना कि आप जब इतने पैसे इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो तो आपको जानना भी जरूरी है कि कौन सा इंस्टीट्यूट कैसा है और क्या आपकी सेफ्टी है या फिर फूडिंग एंड लॉजिंग को लेके कोई कंसर्न हो तो वो चीज भी कर सकते हैं. बट वो एक चीज है जो सबसे लास्ट में होता है. राइट सर?
या यू आर ऑलवेज वेलकम एंड वी वुड एडवाइस कि आप आइए. That is always there. Come and visit us, right? And but don't miss out the date of the entrance. That part, take care of that if you are interested, of course. Yeah.
ओके. सो आई थिंक आज के लिए इतना ही है, काफी रात भी हो गया है तो
That's so sorry to make you kids wait. Dinner करो आप, है ना? Okay.
Okay,
Chalo, great
Krishna
meeting
sir.
you
Thank you,
all.
sir.
Bye
Hello,
bye.
Krishna sir.
Shashi, I shall take a leave.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Chalo.
Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much, sir.
Thank you, sir.